That must be pretty special. Tell me how that felt, Heather.
Yeah, really nice. Obviously, we went in a bit of a tricky situation, 2 down quite quickly. So me and Nat just tried to stay really calm and just get a partnership together, really, and try and accelerate at the end, which we obviously did. And yeah, just really, really pleasing. It's been a while since I've been anywhere near 100 in T20 cricket, so nice to kind of finally do the business, I guess, in T20. I'm really pleased how my batting's improved in that area, and it's not very often I outscore Nat, so I'll be on her back, I think, the next few days, because she's often the one at the other end outscoring me.
You mentioned that sort of transformation, I guess, in T20. Have there been any particular changes you've made, or any sort of changes you've noticed in your own batting?
Just trying to score around the ground, really. That's something I've tried to really develop. Probably didn't score all around the ground today. There's a lot on the leg side, trying to get over square leg. But yeah, particularly my power hitting at the back end, making sure, because I've played that role at sort of 6-7 where you go in and you have to hit the ball hard from ball one. So I think having that spell at that sort of stage in the order has really helped with my power hitting and sort of scoring quickly at the back end, which was nice to do. Obviously, when a little bit higher up the order and you get to face a few more balls.
There's something about Canberra, isn't there? You seem to have, I think you made all your T20 half centuries here. What is it about this venue?
I just really like it. I think it suits my game quite well. It's generally quite skiddy, comes on nicely, and you get really good value for his shots. So yeah, it just seemed to like it. And yeah, I'd love to play here all the time. But yeah, we've got another game here to hopefully cash in and put in another good performance in this World Cup.
You seemed keen to come back for the second on the first ball of that last over. You couldn't get back. Were you slightly concerned you might run out of time to get that 3 figures?
Not really. I think I wasn't too worried about it. I think when Nat was more worried about me getting it than I was, to be fair. I just wanted to get as many runs as we could for the total. But yeah, really nice feeling. I've hauled out in the 90s in T20 cricket, not internationally but domestic, a few times. So nice to finally get the 3 figures.
Just on the second half of that game, when it pans out a game like that you clearly are going to win and win quite comfortably, how much is like sort of self-motivating yourself as a team there in the middle, that last 10 overs, to not slip intensity, knowing how important net run rate and things might be in this
it's tricky. We obviously we talked about that when we went out. We wanted obviously to first and foremost win the game, but we wanted to play at our standards, our fielding standards, our bowling standards, and sometimes it can be hard, but it's on the individual to make sure we're upholding what we want to do as a side, not getting sloppy. And I thought the performance was pretty good, and yeah, it's sometimes tricky, those games against countries you're expected to win. They're not always the easiest to go out and win, so really delighted we put in a really strong performance, and fortunately didn't manage to bowl them out, but thought the bowling performance was really clinical.
Heather, you spoke yesterday about not being fearful in this campaign, and you had the test of that today. Did you speak about that specifically with Nat when you were out there, and how nervous were you when you were 2 for 7?
Yeah, I was nervous for the game today, actually. Obviously a big game for us, but I tend to play better sometimes when I'm more nervous. So yeah, it was just about trying to stay calm. We knew there were going to be opportunities to score. Myself and Nat generally score reasonably quickly when we get in, and yeah, it was just about trying to build a partnership and get us to a good total. It could be quite easy to sort of panic in that situation, but the way we want the openers to play, they're bound to get low scores at times because we want them to be aggressive and take the game on. So it's up for us in that middle order to, if it does go wrong, which it sometimes will, to try and rebuild that and get the platform to go again at the end.
Did you ever have that thought today of, this could go horribly wrong? Did you allow that thought to form?
No, I tried not to. You can't really have doubts in T20 cricket. That's when you get yourself into trouble. So whatever you do, you've got to commit to it. And if things don't quite go right, if you know you've committed to it, then you can sort of live happy. So yeah, I didn't let myself entertain that thought today.
There seemed to be a significant push from roundabout with you and Nat from roundabout the 13th over. Was that conscious that you kind of got to that point and thought, right, we need to crack on here?
Yeah, a little bit. We obviously wanted to extend the partnership quite a lot because that's what we haven't done so far in the World Cup. We haven't had those sort of big partnerships. So once we sort of got what we knew was going to be a good total, hopefully, we just decided to have a bit of fun, try and take the game on. Probably tried to hit a few balls a little bit too hard, so to speak. I think it was a little bit too pace the wicket, being a little bit patchy. But yeah, we just decided to have a little bit of fun and try and hit some boundaries.
You said after the South Africa match that you had a sleepless night. Will you sleep well tonight?
Hopefully, yes. The hamstring's got a few T's in them, so yeah, I'm sure I'll have a good night's sleep. We've got obviously a day off, and then another game against Pakistan. But sometimes the night games that you have, win or lose, that can be quite hard to sleep after, especially the close ones like the South Africa game. So yeah, hopefully have a nice sleep tonight. All good.
All good. Thanks very much.
Thank you.